Welcome back, friends. Today, we're venturing into the breathtaking mountains of Azerbaijan to cook a prime steak over natural stones. I'll share the story of this tradition and how locals have perfected it over generations. Let's get started. If you're enjoying this mountain adventure, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I've got plenty more stories and flavors from Azerbaijan coming your way. I just love these sheep. They're always so lively and full of personality. Watching them roam freely across these Azerbaijani mountains, I can't help but feel connected to a tradition that has lasted for centuries. I'm always amazed at how smart these sheep are. They recognize familiar voices, remember paths across the mountains, and even follow a social hierarchy within the herd. Observing them, you realize how much intelligence and personality is packed into creatures we often take for granted. Now it's time to move on to cooking the prime steak. This cut has a rich history. Noble families and warriors alike cherished it for its tenderness and flavor, often cooking it over open flames during gatherings in the mountains. Historically, this steak was a centerpiece at feasts and celebrations. It was believed that the heat from stone or fire enhanced the meat's natural taste, a practice passed down through generations. In Azerbaijan, people would grill cuts of meat over river stones, not just for flavor, but to preserve the nutrients. The tradition has endured, blending practicality with culinary artistry. Prime steak was not only food, it was a symbol of hospitality and skill. Preparing it required patience, knowing the right heat, timing, and the best cuts for maximum flavor. By the way, if you're curious, take a look at my cooking store online. You'll find a lot of interesting tools and ingredients that make preparing dishes like this even more fun and authentic. Some historical accounts mention that warriors would carry salted meat into the mountains, grilling it during rest breaks. This simple ritual became a bonding moment, embedding the steak into local culture. I remember the first time I cooked a prime steak here in the mountains. It was more than just food. The air, the stones, the sound of sizzling meat. It all felt like a ritual connecting me to generations of cooks before me. I still recall stories from locals who would gather after long days tending flocks, sharing laughter and tales as the meat cooked slowly, absorbing the essence of the mountains. Now I'm carefully slicing lemons, kiwi, and onions, thinking about how these simple ingredients have been used for centuries to tenderize meat and enhance flavor naturally. Lemons bring more than just bright acidity. They break down the proteins in the steak while adding a fresh, zesty flavor that beautifully balances the richness of the meat. Kiwi is truly fascinating. It contains powerful natural enzymes that tenderize meat effortlessly. This trick was discovered centuries ago in both Asian and Middle Eastern kitchens, and it's incredible to see how science and tradition came together long before modern culinary techniques. Now I place the prime steak into the marinade, letting it soak up the flavors of lemon, kiwi, and onion. I drizzle more lemon on top, then cover everything with plastic wrap. It allows the meat to tenderize naturally and is a method that cooks have used for centuries. Now I'm going to build a stone oven right here in the mountains, the perfect place to cook our prime steak. These kinds of ovens have been used for centuries, allowing people to harness the heat of stones to cook evenly and preserve flavor. Historically, such ovens were common in mountainous regions where open flames were dangerous or unreliable. Shepherds and villagers would construct them with care, using local stones, and rely on them for daily cooking as well as festive meals. The beauty of a stone oven is not just in its practicality, it captures the essence of tradition, connecting the cook to generations who understood the science of heat and the art of slow, even cooking. I remember watching my grandparents in the village set up similar ovens. There was a rhythm to the process. It's something that stays with you forever. Roasting vegetables alongside the steak wasn't just about taste. Historically, it was a way to make the most of seasonal produce, preserving nutrients while infusing the dish with smoky aromas from the stone oven. Now I'm slicing fresh onions, preparing them to mix with our roasted vegetables. This simple combination has been a staple in local kitchens for generations, turning humble ingredients into a vibrant, flavorful salad. Historically, this type of salad was served during family gatherings and festive meals, allowing cooks to showcase seasonal produce while preserving the natural flavors with minimal seasoning. I'm curious, what's your favorite way to prepare steak or roasted vegetables? Do you have any family traditions or secret tips you'd like to share? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your stories. Now I'm layering some fresh cheese on top of the steak. As it melts over the warm meat, it adds a rich, creamy flavor that brings everything together. This simple addition transforms the dish into something truly irresistible. Let's take a little break and enjoy some tea. Sitting here in the mountains, sipping a warm cup, I feel the calm of the surroundings and the satisfaction of preparing this meal with my own hands. Finally, it's time to take out the steak from the stone oven. The aroma is incredible. The smoky, savory scent fills the air and instantly makes your mouth water. I've been waiting for this moment, and tasting the perfectly cooked steak feels like a reward for all the effort and care we put into preparing it today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more mountain cooking adventures and culinary stories.
Super.